Hello students, welcome to your chemistry class. So in the last video, we understood that chemical formula is the collection of symbols of an element or a compound. So we express the chemical changes like this. But this looks a bit inconvenient. Such long equation cannot be always written in words. So we can simplify the changes and represent them through the chemical formula. So about this already we have discussed in the last video. In this video we will discuss about that more and in detail. Okay? So children, we have already discussed one way to write the chemical formula. Today we will discuss another way. So you know the term valency? It is the combining power of an element, especially as measured by the number of hydrogen atoms the element can displace or combine with. The concept of chemical formula of a compound is derived from valency. So remember, this chemical formula, this concept is derived from the valency. Okay, we can show this way also. Okay, from the valency the chemical formula derived. Chemical formula expresses the composition of a compound. So about this, yesterday we understood, in the last video we understood that by seeing the chemical formula we can know the composition of a compound. Here we will discuss the ways by which we can express a compound as a chemical formula. Metals react by donating electrons. Hence, two metals cannot react with each other. Okay. So yesterday we read that, or in the last video we read that metals react with others by donating the electrons and non-metal accept the electrons for the reaction. So as the metals react by donating, so two metals cannot react with each other. Let's see how. So as non-metals are acceptor of electrons, they readily react with metals. Non-metals can react among themselves by sharing electrons. So we read that metals cannot react with each other as they donate the electrons, but non-metals can react among themselves because they can share the electrons. Let's look at some examples. Here sodium metal donates one electron to chlorine and forms NaCl or sodium chloride. So you know the electronic configuration of your sodium, that is your 281, where is chlorine 1 287. So you can see if sodium can donate one electron, it can reach the octet or it can fulfill the valence shell, and in case of chlorine, if chlorine accept one electron, it can fulfill the octet or it can complete the valence shell. Okay, so it will be easier to donate sodium one electron and accept one electron, okay, for chlorine. So it forms NaCl or sodium chloride. Then MgCl2, that is your magnesium chloride. Magnesium donates two electrons because magnesium has two valence electrons, so it donates two electrons, but chlorine needs only one electron because the outermost valence electron is your 7 and it needs one electron only to complete its octet. So magnesium reacts with two chlorine atoms. Okay, you can see here Your magnesium is reacting with 2 chlorine atoms and forms MgCl2. And each chlorine atom accepts 1 electron and it obtains MgCl2. But this process of calculating the chemical formula of a compound is tedious. We can do it in an easier way. How? Let us consider sodium and chlorine and put down their respective valence below. So you can see the valency of sodium and valency of chlorine is written, that is 1, both of same. Then by cross multiplying we get the formula NaCl. Okay, so here the cross multiplication is done, that is this method is called your cross method. Okay, cross method. Okay, so by cross multiplying we get the formula NaCl. So you know the formula of sodium chloride is NaCl. So as their valency is 1, okay, and this one, we don't represent the number of sodium and chlorine because it is 1. Okay, then similarly if we consider magnesium and chlorine we get MgCl2. Like that way also the valency both of these written, and after interchanging or after cross multiplying we get MgCl2. Okay, then but for elements carbon and oxygen the process is little different. So you can see here, you know the valence of carbon is 4 and valence of oxygen is 2. So both of their valence it is written. Okay, then we'll do the cross multiplication. But after doing the cross multiplication, what will get? C2O4. Yes, because the valency of carbon is your 4 and valency of oxygen is 2. After cross multiplication, what will get? C2 and O4. So you know that the chemical formula of your carbon dioxide is CO2, but here it is written C2O4. So C2O4, is it wrong or right? Okay, so let's clarify the confusion. What we'll do? We have to take these two HCF. Okay, we'll take the HCF of 2 and 4. You know the HCF 2 and 4, what you will get? 2 only. Then this 2 we will divide by this. Okay, by the subscript we'll divide the HCF. What you will get? Okay, I will write again. Wait. So remember one thing before telling that one. Remember this one. The valency of carbon is 4 and oxygen is 2. If it is written, then that is known as your superscript. Okay, that is known as your superscript. And if it is down it is written, then that is called your subscript. Okay, so as I told you, we have to, so already we have cross multiplied here. Okay, C2O4 we have written, so we have to divide this 2 by their HCF. So we'll write both of their symbol. Okay, so 4 divided by 2, how much? Okay, what is the HCF came? 2, sorry, 4 not 2. The HCF came 2. So 2 divided by 2, that is your 1, and 4 divided by 2 is your 2. So you know the chemical formula of your carbon dioxide is your CO2. Okay, so you got the answer CO2. Like this way you have to interchange or cross multiplication you have to do. Okay, I think you have understood. Very good. Then, so like this way we got CO2 or carbon dioxide. Apart from elements, so whatever we have done, this is for elements only. Then there exist polyatomic substances with a single valency. What is that called? That is your radical. Okay. For example, we have sulfate, that is SO4. Their valencies are measured by the number of electrons they donate or accept. So here SO4 accepts 2 electrons to form SO4 2 minus. Thus its valency is -2. As it accepts, their sign will be negative. If they losses, then their sign will be positive. Okay. So here the radical, after accepting 2 electron, it forms the ion. Then again CO3. Okay. CO3 carbonate accepts 2 electron to form CO3 2 minus. So its valency is -2. As it accepts, so its valency is -2. We can use the same technique to form chemical formula of compounds involving radicals. The valency of nitrate is -1 and hence calcium nitrate has the formula CaNO3 2. So here the valency of calcium it is written and NO3 is your 1. Okay. So it after interchanging it forms the calcium nitrate. Okay. So here you can see the valency of nitrate is your 1, that's why 1 it is not written. The valency of calcium 2, it came to here. Okay. Why the bracket is there, we will read, okay, in the last part of this video. Okay, let's read about some other things. Compounds made up of only 2 different elements, okay, that is called your binary compounds, and it end with suffix IDE. Okay, that's why carbon dioxide, iron sulfide and calcium bromide, you can see the IDE is common in these 3 chemical formula. Okay, because these are the binary compounds. More than 1 polymetallic ions are written within brackets. So why it is written within bracket? So look at here. 2 example here it is taken, that is CaOH2 and NH42SO4. Okay. This one, see, calcium hydroxide, that one. So the valency of calcium is your 2 plus 2 and the valency of your hydroxide is 1, that is your -1. So after interchanging, the chemical formula came CaOH2. 1 the subscript, that's why it is not written. Okay. So you have to put the bracket here because the valency 2, this 2 is for both oxygen and hydrogen. So don't forget to use the brackets, otherwise the formula goes wrong and the whole meaning will change. We will see another example, that is your aluminum sulfate. Here you can see the valency of aluminum is your 3 plus and sulfate is your 2 minus. So after interchanging it came Al2SO4 3. So here we have put the bracket because this 3 is for both sulfur and oxygen. Okay. Then so these are the following steps are involved in writing the formula of a compound. So first one, what you have to do, first step is your write their symbols. So here I have taken the example of your sodium chloride, then down it is written the symbol of both the elements, that is your Na for sodium and Cl for chloride. Now check and put their valency as superscript, that is on the top. I told you if you will write the valency on top, then that is called your superscript. So the valency of sodium is your 1 and the valency of chlorine also 1. Now ignore the signs and write the numbers. So here you can see I have removed the signs. Then now interchange the numbers as subscript. So if it is written down, then this is called your subscript. So after changing, I got Na1Cl1. So as we are neglecting the 1, if it is written, then the chemical formula is NaCl. Okay, I think you have understood how to write the chemical formula. Then always remember one thing. While writing the chemical formula, metal or cation is written first. You can see here, this sodium is a cation and chlorine is a anion or negative ion. So you have to remember that metal or cation is written first and non-metal or anion is written after that. Okay. And another thing you should remember, in a chemical formula we always need a positive ion, a negative ion. We can't write or we can't get the formula or can't get the output which is both positive or both negative. Always we need one positive ion and another negative ion. And one important thing, students, so while formulating CO2, okay, the valency of your carbon is both positive 4 and negative 4. Okay, so it has both positive and negative valency. So we know carbon has 4 valence electrons. It neither lose or nor gain. Yes, so it can share electrons. So we can consider positive or negative valence as the needed of the chemical formula. So here we have taken the positive 4 valency. Okay. So this much for today's class. I think you have understood clearly, and if you have any doubt, please comment in the comment box. In the next class we will read the naming of compounds. Okay children, thank you.